these cartoons mean on your wall?
Alright, so these are not cartoons, these are principles. We visualize them in this way. We started as a startup, now we became a bigger business with the processes, but still we have the same principles and values and how we behave. For example...
Does everyone mean something in particular?
Yes, this means using brain on company territory is a must.
I think everywhere is a must.
You can see companies where people tend not to think, not to be critical, not to challenge things, not to ask questions. You know, you can use your brain, but without asking questions, I think it's not using the brain. You need to use logic, analytics, right? So this is, you need to challenge everything with your brain, with your capacity. If you don't challenge, you know, then it's not the principle to be in a company.
You don't allow phones here?
Yeah, we are against phones in the meetings because what we see that, you know, nowadays many people are too distracted with their phones, right? So we tend not to use them in any way on the meetings. So if I'm talking to you, you know, my colleagues, and I'm talking, listening. I'm not being distracted by the phones. We just don't take them in the meetings, right? Most probably you have a question about this one. This is a rule finger, the middle finger, right? You can see it.
Yes.
This is something interesting. It means that if someone is responsible for, say, head of department, right? So he's responsible for a certain function, and at the meeting when he needs to report what he was doing, what the status of his responsibility, he's saying, I don't know. In our company, it means fuck off. It means that if you don't know, what are you doing here? Yeah, this is a rude sign for us. So all the time we have a meeting, it's a scheduled one, the person should be responsible for what he's responsible. So if I'm a CEO and I'm CEO, you can always ask me a question, what's the portfolio, what's the monthly revenue rate, how many employees we have, and I always know an answer. So this is the principle that
and what about the black and white picture of the people?
We just like what we do. Yeah. This is the principle. How it translates. If in the morning you wake up and you feel that you don't want to go to work, to Monify, in this fabulous space, then it means you are not enjoying what you're doing. Mostly it means that either you're not professional enough, because if you know things that you enjoy what you do, or you have lost your temper or something else. So if you're not enjoying what you do, then we have a principle that he immediately goes to his direct supervisor, to me, and says, I don't feel that well. We discuss it. And sometimes people, you know, they're leaving just the company. Because if you don't like what you do, why you're working here? You need to leave the company and, you know, and make your dream come true. This is the same for me. I enjoy my stuff. And the most better way how to portray enjoyment is this one, because, you know, having sex is good. I have 3 children, I like it. You know, like.
And why the shrimp has a line?
So this is a cross line. We don't work with shrimps. What we mean by shrimps, we mean any kind of partner or company that is not fulfilling their duties. So let's say we sign an agreement with a company that needs to make us a web page, you know, or marketing agency, and then they're delivering. You know, they're fucking up the terms and, you know, changing something, or some lawyer company who are making some agreements and they're late on the terms and the terms are good. We just don't work with them. We used to work, we declined to work with them. We work only the best with those who can be responsible for the words they say. And this we call shrimp. This is the only way, it's a funny way how to call them. I don't know how to call them otherwise. There's a rude word in Russian, but I don't want to use that. So, what else we have?
I'm sure they're all motivating pictures, but this I found the most interesting ones. What's your favorite?
My favorite is this, using brain on.
So let's think it's at the core of Monify.
The core is, you know, brain, it's using logic, developing logic, challenging things. So every month, a person, all the people on our team, every colleague needs to challenge himself, actually. It's a very tricky thing. So we have monthly meetings, and then every colleague is going to this head supervisor and challenging himself why he really fits the company. This is something interesting. And what I'm seeing is that people tend to forget why they're here, why they work, what's their dream, how they're performing, how they need to, you know, improve themselves, what kind of courses they need to attend. So by challenging yourself on a daily basis, you become a better person. And this is one of the values that I very like. You know, and I challenge myself on a daily basis, and all our colleagues can challenge anyone in the company. So we're kind of, you know, hierarchy if you look at this principle, but it's about something different, right? So we are kind of more or less flat structure. And for example, this principle is about there's a Russian saying that "Vassal моего вассала не мой вассал." It means that if I have a, you know, employee here, it's my employee, and he has a person subordinate, it means that this guy is not, or girl is not my subordinate. I'm not responsible for that one. This guy is responsible for this one. And I'm not going there and asking questions, and because everyone is responsible for what they're doing. Okay? And this is what we practice.
Thank you, Artur.
Welcome.